Because again, big dog barking, what are you doing? What work are you doing? Again, this is just raw truth. Raw truth. Some of us speak and talk good games, but the work, from what I've seen, and again, if I'm incorrect, check me. So I am in the know because I could be incorrect, but I haven't seen it. Not from those that I'm referring to. The next talking point, dissension. We've seen and heard over the last few days conflicting accounts. And again, because I have not had the opportunity to hear everything, only bits and pieces, I cannot make a reaction one way or the other at this point. Hold on for one quick moment. To choose any sides. There's no way that I can. Again, I am not aware of everything that may have gone on, but I can say that I could feel and I could hear a lot of emotions. And people always want to say this side and that side. Well, if you're on the side of right, sometimes we have to hear things that, Yvette, hello, how are you? That may not be comfortable. And again, if I ever say anything that's incorrect or I may not have understood it correctly, then again, the link is there. You can leave a comment. Check me on it because I don't want to say or misspeak and hurt any feelings. Now, I did hear a woman speaking last night, and I'm not sure who it was. It may have been, I believe her name is Miss Lonnie One Love. I am not subscribed to her, but again, I'm not sure who it was. It may have been her, but whoever it was who spoke said something very, very important and was spot on. And actually, I was checked at work one day because, again, blame it on my mama. I have a temper, especially when I feel as though I'm disrespected after I've told you not to do certain things. And I have had, until I was checked, a very bad habit of putting things in writing on sheer emotion. And I had to learn that sometimes when you write, it may be received not in the context you intended, or the recipient may receive it another way. So it's best to have communication with that individual. So whatever woman stated that, and again, it may have been Miss Lonnie One Love, I'm not sure. It sounded like her voice, but again, I'm not sure because it was late and I was like in and out of REM mode of sleep. But whoever said that was absolutely, in my opinion, correct. Okay, thank you, Yvette. Well, if she's listening, which I doubt it, I don't think she comes to this page, but if anyone sees her, tell her I said kudos because she is absolutely right on that point. And again, I had to be, picture that, checked at work for doing that. Because sometimes when I write, when I'm in the heat of the moment, instead of me walking away and getting a cool, calm head, my emotions take over. And again, when you're writing, it can be misconstrued. Or the writer may, in error, deliver it in a way that it's received the way it wasn't intended and could cause a problem. So to avoid issues, communication, if it's available behind the scenes or via messaging, is the best to at least, if it can't be salvaged, to at least have it where both parties can get their points across without, as I mentioned earlier, the court of public opinion becoming involved and make a situation that may blow up where it can really be extinguished early. Stated that I honestly believe that there are some people who are following Kwame. Most of us, I believe, follow a message and we see work and we're doing our part, or we've been inspired to do work as well. There are others, though, in my opinion, and what I've observed, has, even though they are saying different, they're taking on the role subliminally as the fake cousin and emulating the same catchphrases, the smoking, but all you're doing with the detractors is jaw jacking. You could be doing more, but if you are, then to be responsible and to debunk anyone who says different, show that work too, so it won't be a question. I'm not saying show each and every good deed, but if you're only showing exactly, Yvette, and that's what I was speaking about as far as energy. If you continue to go over to a platform where you know it's nothing but the same content 90% of the time, focusing on one man or those that may follow that one man or that one or two women, what's the purpose of going over there? Because if you believe in the energy transferring, and I used the analogy of bed bugs earlier, people who travel sometimes, they may unknowingly bring a bed bug into their home. And it only takes one to cause an infestation. Well, if you are following Kwame and a lot of his followers and supporters who are individuals, and we have our own messages, but still support his messages. And I'm not saying all, but maybe one or two, or maybe all of them. We're all different. So I don't know what people support. But if you go to a detractors page constantly and you stay there long enough, you're going to end up picking up that same energy. And then you're going to start having that energy transferred to others, which, as Miss Yvette just said, and as Mr. Duran B just said, and which was my talking point, is going to ultimately cause dissension to the people who are truly on the side of right. And that is why I had my word earlier, and it came from John 16:33. And it's be encouraged. We will have tribulations and troubles in our life, but he, meaning the Creator, if you believe in the Creator, conquered the world. So, believers, you have to keep both feet 10 toes down, because we see, or many of us believe that we see or know of the dissension already with those known detractors. So if we already know this, other than everybody wanting a little bit of juicy gossip every now and again, and we all do, but if it's always, like I said, 90% of the time, hate and disrespect, what are you doing over there? You're bringing it back. Good afternoon, Queen Regina. I am tired too. The link is there if you want to speak your piece. I'm not sure if you were able to or felt comfortable last night. My mouth is still a little bit open because I'm not sure what happened within the course of the last 24 to 48 hours. And as I told you via message, I don't really like to speak on others, especially when I don't have all of the deets, and I don't. But I felt and feel that there are some emotions going on. And if you don't want to speak about it, that's fine. I understand that. But if you do, the link is very much open to you now.
When Sister T says she got your back, she got your back. But a lot of y'all that told all of us that y'all cool and got it, yeah. Nah. Please believe I saw all of you last night. How quickly y'all turned and didn't even have not only the correct information, no information, and didn't care. All y'all cared about is just because you didn't like an individual, because it's all about who you like. Well, I don't like Sister T either. Now let me tell y'all something, and I've said this from day one. I am on the side of right. I'm on the side of right, no matter if y'all don't like the person or do like the person. When a person do wrong, I'm gonna call them on it. It don't matter who they are. Queen Regina and I have talked. We'll handle that. No one, Queen Regina, the chat, moderators, no one can come between Sister T and the meal ticket, Sister T and Kwame Brown, but Sister T and the meal ticket and Sister T and Kwame Brown. So all you haters, content creators, I keep trying to tell you, there's no do-loop twist or do-low twist with me when it comes to those men folk. Because as much as y'all don't like, the connection, get used to it. Get used to it. All this so-called lies and do-low twists, and just because Sister T is communicating with Queen Regina, that has nothing to do with my relationship with nobody. With nobody. I am Sister T. All these other people are them. Deal with me as Sister T. Now, it's gonna be a lot of y'all never gonna like me. I'm okay with that. So would you be okay with that? Now, I do know one thing Queen Regina was saying. She was calling out the behavior that everybody keeps saying that her behavior is not appropriate. But other people's behavior is. She got a right, just like everybody else got a right to feel the way she do. And it's not being called out down the middle. It's not. But again, I don't care. It doesn't concern me anymore. I am done with you fake ass folk. And you're gonna know who you are. Don't say, hey, Sister T to me when you in anybody's chat. If you was in Jay Hustler's chat and the meal chat last night, talking against me, saying things, Sister T did, you know what you were saying. All of you know what you were saying, and you know what you said. No, it doesn't matter at this point, because see, listen, you could have came to me, you could have reached out to me, all of you. If you really want to talk to me, y'all could have, and ask me about anything. If y'all can jump on panels and all that shit, you can pick up the phone and call me. So yes, I am in my feelings about some shit that was said about me last night that was not true. I'm done with you in real life. Sister T's channel gonna be Sister T's channel. You can come over if you want to. You don't come over, I don't care. But I do want you to know I'm not doing this with y'all. Not anymore. Okay? This is the YouTube. This is not my real life. So what Sister T is going to do is to treat y'all like my real life. Because see, if I wouldn't deal with you in real life, I'm not going to deal with you on YouTube. And the lies, the untruths that came through these streets, and you know who you are, I'm done. I'm done. I didn't know you had a problem with me until last night. But y'all that do and did have a problem with me, you could have reached out. Now I'm told from some people that I'm dark. You are entitled to your opinion, but I know I'm not dark. But you are, in my opinion. And that's why I didn't, and I stopped messing with you, because of what I had been seeing, in my opinion, and what you have been subjecting yourself to. So, just like you are entitled to your opinion, I'm entitled to mine.
I am not hurting anyone's feelings. I'm going by what I observe. Yes, ma'am.
We don't have to keep saying we are not hurting anyone's feelings, because, as you know, they clearly did not care about ours. We have an opinion, and they are going to have to, pull up those big boys and big girls' panties like I did. We have an opinion. So before I start there, I would like to let everyone know Lonnie One Love and I did have a discussion behind the scenes. She said she would, say something on her channel. So I can talk about whatever I want to talk about because I'm grown. But we had a good outcome.
Yes, ma'am.
A very good outcome. And there were people,
Amen,
in my opinion, that didn't want that outcome. They got in the way and tried to change the narrative. I said what I said. If
Absolutely.
Lonnie continues to allow the men that have been harassing me for the last 6 months to come up on her panel with my profile picture or my pictures as their profile, I'm going to flag her down. Yes, I watch a lot of the so-called new content creators. Everybody want to say you run your channel the way you run your channel. And I can agree with that. But once a channel, to me, becomes very dark, I just can't understand the gravitation to that darkness. Because, I witnessed it. And I'm still going through it on a dark channel. So I'm very sensitive to that. I'm not going to pretend anything for anybody. And if they can have opinions, so can I. And everybody know, if I'm talking directly about a person, I call names. I don't hold back. I don't do subliminal. If I mention an opinion and I don't put your name on it, that's because I'm not trying to persuade anybody against you personally. But I've heard your opinions about me by name. And your opinion is yours, but it was false. So I'm not going to play that game with nobody. Because I'm Team Regina.
Absolutely.
I started out being very careful in my words. See, I don't play games. But when someone takes your words out of context and spin a narrative, a whirlwind, I don't know. I've seen that behavior before. I am on guard. I have not let down my guards because what I've been through and what I'm going through. And
Absolutely.
what I am going through, and I'm going to say for the first time, and I don't care where it lands, a lot of people that are on these new teams was in that man's chat, donating to it. Some of them made the drop.
Yes.
If I can come to your platform and participate in your discussions, I'm on my path of forgiveness. What path are you on when you keep coming with the same lie. She blocked 3,000. I heard someone on Team Kwame say that, or write that in the comment. She's messy.
How is that possible?
She doesn't give, huh?
How does one block that many people? How is that possible?
It's possible.
No, I mean, I don't need to sound ignorant because I'm new and I don't know.
It's possible when you're brainwashed and manipulated under jailhouse tactics. That if someone believes that, they're easily manipulated. And to continue that, even after the split, is troubling. They are still under those misperceived notions because they're, in my mind, brainwashed. They still believe a lot of that stuff that man said and trying to pretend they don't, because they are spewed up. They believe it. It's just simple as that. There was no 3,000 block. There was this campaign to repeat and repeat and repeat that by a former inmate that spent 24 hours a day, 11 years behind bars. Those people are master manipulators. But my thing, and I'm going to continue to bring it up, nobody wants to face it. Why were you so susceptible to his words? No one, and they don't want to have that discussion. They want to keep discussing me. But if you say he's a snake, he's done this, he's done that, why can't you have a panel and tell us about where you was during that time and how you gravitated to it? I want to have that discussion. And I can't move forward until we have a real discussion about why you were so easily caught up on something that was obvious to me. Why? And even if something is questionable, we know the disease lupus. It's nothing funny. There's nothing funny about that. You don't need to do no research about that. You don't need to know if you like the person or not that has lupus. You know, anybody joking about something like that is something wrong. It's something dark. And until some of these content creators have a show about why they donated to it, why they participated in it, because baby, they participated. Some of these content creators were in the chat the night my phone number and some sexually graphic words next to my phone number ran in his chat, slow chat, for hours. They never, in their comments, speak about him. But once I show up on anybody's channel, there go the Musings Queen. There go the no. this is, and it's in all of these so-called we the people. I saw this before. Saw this movie before. And I'm not going to be silenced until one of those content creators get the courage. Tell us what happened. Why did you go there? And it just seems like it was groupthink mentality, but a very dark groupthink mentality. And they don't want to own up to their role, because that other one, he is not the only snake that snaked Kwame. We the people.
Absolutely.
Snake Kwame. We the people did that.
And there's still
And
some in the grass.
Anyone,
And there's still some in the grass.
yes. And anytime anyone tries to speak about it, here we go again. No, I ain't going around that. No. I see what I see. I hear what I hear. And I know where I saw you. When my telephone number was there. No one reached out to me. They donated to it. If I can sit in your chat after witnessing that, you can at least be honest about the 3,000 blocked. By now, it's old, it's dead, it's tired, it's a lie. Anything that he said and you believed, and you still pushing that lie, until you have a platform, have some guests on that was there, saw my telephone number, talk about it. Have you grown from that incident? Are you still the same? A man and a woman who is a content creator and was there should be woman enough and man enough to talk about it. Talk about it. If that was a period in your life that you might have just got caught up on the wrong side. I've always been on the right side. I haven't always been on the right side in my youth. But at 56, I don't play. I was on the right side. And that's where some of this anger is coming from. Because they can't explain. Why were they on the wrong side? I'm a registered nurse. I'm a veteran. That's a former inmate. They set 3 and sometimes 4 hours. I am in the process right now reviewing videos. So that's why it's still fresh with me, because of my evidence gathering. And because I have tried to trust and go to these new channels, and then I see their comments about me, or see them up on platforms discussing me over there. It troubles me. my soul. So this is what's happening to me. I'm reviewing evidence. I got to watch a lot of videos. And I see a lot of these people over there chiming in, cheerleading. I got to pause right there.
The discussions of lupus were being made, and there are 2 content creators, and I will not repeat their names, but made videos talking about this individual that made comments, but hasn't said, or not one of them during Lupus Awareness Month, and I posted several times, said anything about it afterwards. Which brings me back to my talking point. What is your motives? Don't use me or my disease or the moniker Lupus Lady as content, but then not even out of the goodness of your heart recognize May, which just passed, as Lupus Awareness Month. The podium is yours.
Okay. Now, I may, there are some channels that I will not say the channel because I don't, want their subscribers or, and I don't want to be attacked by their subscribers. I was attacked by a game. But there's one channel, the King channel. His irrational support for self-talk is troubling. It's cultish. It's brainwashing. You get a new channel and say, my channel is support self-talk. Then you're using a video where I'm disparaged the entire video. Don't play with me. I know what you're doing. But you got some of these people on the other side. Oh, we editors or we content creators. We just go, that's your channel, do what you want. No. That's a dark person. He knows the history. And to come up, self-talk. I'm supporting self-talk. And I'm letting everybody know it. I don't follow people like that. I unsubscribe quickly. That's a dangerous person. In my opinion. I hear it even in the way he speaks. They take advantage of certain people. And these people follow them. He said, I know about his character, but I'm going to follow him anyway. That is a time to unsubscribe. He's telling you he don't give a damn. And it's something deranged there. But because they're still in these small cliques, they see it. They'll make a little video about it, a little subliminal, but they won't keep talking about it. He is looking and searching for answers. I've given him the answers. He's not searching for no answers. he keeps pushing a false narrative. Self-talk is waist deep in this mess. And for anybody, because they're editors or they chop up and slice up videos, to lay that aside, that man saying what he's saying, I got problems with that. I know what self-talk did to me, let alone what he did to Kwame. And we're going to keep letting this shit slide because we want clicks and views. That's one thing about me, not having a channel. I can speak my mind. I ain't got to be worried about who gonna get mad. I ain't in no game, and I ain't in no group. I'm observing a lot of troubling behavior, and we're gonna be back down on that path. For that man
and
to
that
be
is what
so
I do not want to
comfortable to make a video, he only had 90 subscribers, and saying self-talk made me, made my channel. And he uses all kind of Bible verses. There's some manipulation stirring up. They pushing a message. He didn't have to do that. Did somebody force him to do that? No, he believes what he's saying against all evidence. And he said it with only 90 subscribers. He act like he had 400,000. I can see you be a little cautious, but with 90, man, please, that is nothing. If that's what self-talk got you, you better get rid of self-talk. 90, and you lost some because you lost me when you made that video. So if that's the best self-talk can do, you're a man. Be your own man. You did it anyway. Brainwashed to me. And again, and I'm going to say, because a lot of people didn't understand or pretended not to understand when I say, I don't get in men business, don't get in women business. No, I get in right and wrong business, and I don't care what the gender is. You're not going to play that game with me. If I see a man and he ain't doing right, I'm going to give men enough time to address it head on and serious. If I don't see no real confrontation, it's time for the queen. Because I ain't going to play with that behavior. The King channel is a sick channel, in my opinion. He played a 30-minute or longer video. And then keep saying, oh, you all know who she talking about. I ain't gonna get into that because that's not my, but oh my God. But he plays the video. Got her message out, a hate message. That's how he introduced his platform. Wow. And I had subscribed to him because of some other folks that kept salute. No. That content unsubscribe. That's a snake channel. Because self-talk is a snake. That was a little sidebar. I needed this, talk about before I forget. The King channel. I needed this, talk about before I forget. The King channel. I am the queen. I don't see no king. Anytime you say I'm doing this, my channel is solely to defend self-talk. Yeah, I know you don't took it down, but that spirit is still in you. You took it down because of pressure. You still believe everything you believe. Group pressure is the only reason you took that video down. But what made you put it up is my issue. Because it sure wasn't to grow your channel, because I lost some subscribers and I gained some. You all keep playing these stupid games to grow channels. That's an old way, nasty way, and eventually will bring your channel down. Is to start beef. That's what y'all call it, growth. That is, I don't know where you all have gotten that blueprint from, but you need to tear it up. Starting chaos, cursing your black people out can only carry your channel for so long. Before it's gone and you are gone. There's better way to build channels. Build it. Ain't nobody gonna build a channel on me.
Maybe they don't quite understand.
Well, they're listening to a former inmate. Tell them. Because his numbers, he got caught up. His numbers, because those same people viewed. His numbers, because those same people viewed, participated, donated. Whenever, even when he tried to pull back, he couldn't, because he noticed something. Every time I call her dusty pussy bitch, I get a lot of views. The cousin said, you can't keep doing that. He chose the views. It's intoxicating. The derangement about that blueprint, even though bashing anyone to grow a channel is, insane, these people did this to a non-content creator. My channel has absolutely nothing to lose, everything to gain. When they did it, they lost friendships, collaborations, subscribers. They now known throughout YouTube as the snake. He was already in one sector known as the snake, the sneaker section. His name
Excuse me.
is Mutt. And he risked all of that for clicks and views. And the sad part of it, some of these same we the people are going down that same path. And they somewhat are good-hearted people, but they are believing a false blueprint. Gotta call our black people names. Always got to be on the opposite side of a discussion. Rah, 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 beef, beef, beef. Where's the information that you're bringing to us? Where, not just celebrity gossip, information. There's so much going on. But that don't grow channels. That don't get views. They're trapped.
You know, it doesn't.
And I'm not backing up. I'm not going anywhere.
And you shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Always speak your truth. And it's not going to be painless.
Mm-hmm.
It's never painless. It's always going to be painful. That's why I always say we're resilient.
It's what I never, and that's another rumor or lie. I supported Mr. S. I never supported that man. That old wrench thing was another gimmick. He knows it, and I know it. I was always clear how I felt about him day one. I didn't want him nowhere near me. Nowhere near me. I'm a cordial worker. I can work with anybody to get the job done. But I don't sit in darkness. Especially, most of you appear to be just getting your life together. Why would you risk your growth over folks who know how to brainwash? They've done it for 11 years. They've practiced mind games. If it upset my soul just once, I ain't got to repeat that. I ain't got to go test that again. It troubled me. But a lot of this stuff is not troubling most of you all because you say it's entertainment. And if you're entertained by darkness, I can't sit with you. And it's okay. But don't lie on my name. That's all I've ever asked for. Demand it. We are all adults. We know 150-year-old lady did not block 3,000. There was only 2 of us as moderators. One snaked them, and one got in front of a snake. But I saw someone say they standing on the right side. Y'all remember when she blocked 3,000? You give yourself away to me. Do you remember when you were sitting in the Discord? Is the question. And we know the answer. Where the plan to take down Kwame's channel was hatched. You sat there, some of we the people. We're going to have serious discussions about your role in the takedown. Your role in the disparagement of Black women. Because you played a role. Come clean about your role. If you truly are changed. Come clean about your role. That's ego. But she know I'm sorry. I ain't gonna say no. I want to hear it. Get on your platform and have a show about that. Your role. Have someone take the link if they played a role. Yeah, you will truly change. I have had some people, some content creators and subscribers apologize sincerely. I had a beautiful message on my video the other day, and a lady had apologized because there was a lot of women, and you know that, though, eyes, that pushed those lies. It wasn't necessarily men who got, it was a lot of women. And women are I won't say the decision makers, but they are the neck of a household. Everywhere you turn, that's the direction of a woman. A real woman directs her home. And for real women, being on YouTube, doing the things I witnessed, I'm concerned about your homes. That's why the girls don't know if they're girls and the boys don't know if they're boys. You, woman, wife, mother, grandmother, you are not directing your home.